This is a must-watch virtual adventure. In a moment of desperation, Doug pushed the bartender aside and chaotically hobbled away. At this moment, Doug couldn't figure out why he hadn't escaped. He totally forgot he didn't set an exit option when logging in. After an intense chase, the bartender caught Doug and shoved him into the pool for a terrifying splashdown. But just as Doug's consciousness was slipping away, he unexpectedly woke up. His assistant noticed something was wrong and pulled Doug back, despite his lingering fear of death. It suddenly hit Doug that this virtual world was just as real, allowing people to experience mind-boggling moments. They shouldn't manipulate human emotions so recklessly, for virtual just have hearts too. After thrilling moments, Doug backed Jenny's plan. Even losing everything, Doug mustered courage and entered the hotel, only to be told Jenny had mysteriously vanished. Just then, Officer Mike's voice chimed in, revealing to Doug no Jenny existed after contacting the French police. But Doug doubted it, found Jenny's usual taxi driver, located her in a supermarket. She seemed a stranger, like she had lost her memory. She said she felt strangely familiar with Doug, as if they had met somewhere before. But Doug's mind was spinning with a terrifying fear. To confirm his haunting suspicion, Doug drove out to a desolate desert and, sure enough, uncovered the world's secret. In 1997's timeline, the middle world was wrapped in green light that lived in illusion all alone. He realized that both he and everything around him weren't real at all. Meanwhile, the supermarket cashier's eyes suddenly sparkled, and Jenny reappeared. She immediately contacted Doug, and they arranged to meet in an office. Clearly, Jenny belonged to a higher realm. Doug asked Jenny how many virtual worlds like this one existed, and the answer left him speechless. Thousands. Jenny said Doug's face created another virtual within a virtual. This concept surpassed the imagination of the higher-ups, and Doug asked, "Is that why you want to take down Fuel?" To Doug's surprise, Jenny replied that Fuel wasn't actually killed by her. It turned out that Doug himself had killed Fuel, although it wasn't truly him, but his upper-world puppet master. Nevertheless, Doug couldn't accept that he killed his best friend, and finally understood why Juba became so twisted. This feeling of being controlled was unbearable, and he felt helpless, gazing at Doug's despair. Jenny finally revealed the shocking truth that Doug's puppeteer was Jenna's husband. Jenna's husband was once moral, she-goth and Tilda loved him. But inexplicably, he obsessed over the virtual world. Even scarier, he developed a taste for killing, seeing himself as a god in the virtual realm. He saw everyone as toys for killing. Learning Doug created a virtual world, he hijacked Doug's body. Because he wouldn't allow another god in his realm, his husband even started wanting to terminate Jenny. The reason was crystal clear. Since Jenny discovered Doug's existence, she couldn't help but fall for him. After learning Doug intended to shut down the project, the assistant couldn't resist any longer. Once everything was ready, he promptly uploaded his consciousness. At first, he didn't realize what was happening and parked his car in the street, but before he could react, the police arrived. The police left after finding no drunk driving, but then heard noise from the trunk. The officer ordered him to open the trunk, and the unsuspecting assistant complied, but as he opened it, inside was a blood-soaked man, the very bank clerk that was Doug's body. After Doug's consciousness returned, the clerk was captured by the bartender. Indeed, the assistant's luck was bad, with no escape. He started nervously explaining to the police, but fumbled badly and got hit by a passing truck, only to wake up in another world. The assistant awakened strangely. Doug rushed over and found security unconscious. Doug suddenly had a bad feeling and met the assistant, but one line from him left Doug jaw-dropped. The assistant had perished in the virtual world. The bartender was controlling him. What a shocking twist. The bartender finally got his wish and entered the so-called real world, but Doug revealed the truth. This world was also fake, just like the bartender's world. Enraged, the bartender realized all his struggles were in vain. He begged Doug to show the server room, curious about his world's creator. Sympathetic Doug agreed. The bartender gazed at the machines, joyfully like a child seeing his mother, thinking they were moments away from merging with reality. But out of nowhere, Doug pulled the trigger and shot the bartender. The bartender never saw it coming. After all his efforts, he met a downright fate's joke end. In truth, Doug had already been hijacked by Jenny's husband, leading him to ruthlessly kill the bartender. Next, he sought Jenny, planning to punish his cuckolded wife. Jenny fled in panic, cornered. Ultimately, the bullet struck her husband instead. The shooter was Officer Mike, who had realized the danger and called for rescue. After learning the truth, Officer Mike had one request for Jenny, that they wouldn't disturb their world again. Luckily, Doug woke up in another world and dreamily encountered Jenny in 2024. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Walk into the virtual world really doesn't come without its risks. Once the controller gets killed inside, the consequences can be unimaginable.